Hello readers, it's Andrea. I kind of look nasty. I was gonna wait for my hair to dry before I started this, but I chose not to. If you didn't read the title of the video, today we are doing the Booktube newbie tag, and I have been on Booktube for about 2 months, but I never did this, and I would still say that that's pretty new to YouTube. I only upload once a week on Wednesdays if you've never been here. So yeah, I once again apologize for how boring my background is. I will do that every time if I record out here. Anyways, I thought it was printed on both sides. It says, "The road to my heart is paved with paw prints" mug. That is cracked right here, even though you can't see it. You can more see it on the inside. So I don't use it. Anyways, I put all the questions on little pieces of paper. I'm going to mix them up. Good enough. And I'm going to answer the questions as I randomly pull them out. So I'm just going to get right into it. I love hand movements today. I want a beverage here. Alright, now let's get started. Let's see. First question. It's really long. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think for me, it has been easy to do once a week, but I always want to do like 2 weeks. So I think like with the school year coming up too, like it's summer, I have the time to be sitting down and making these early and all that stuff. But when school year comes, I'm taking all college classes and I don't know if I'll have the time to keep up with this as much, which really sucks. Like I honestly love making these YouTube videos, even though like 3 people watch them every week. I think the most views I have on a Booktube video is maybe like 15. But I still like appreciate it, all my viewers, so thank you. And my 25, 26 subscribers. I don't know how many subscribers I have, and I don't even have a lot. That's really pathetic. Anyways, I think keeping up with uploading the videos, but also I'm not on social media as much as like y'all think I might be. So like keeping up with all that, and like I made a new video, blah blah blah, like I'm not very good at, but it's also kind of hard to stay motivated when you don't have a lot of followers. But in order to get a lot of followers, you need to upload and be constant in social media. So anyways, those are the challenges I think I'll face, are going to be the hardest to overcome. Next question. What kind of books do you like to read? Everything. I really like YA fantasy and sometimes middle grade books, honestly, like just the messages that they put out. But YA fantasy, sometimes like just YA romance, like John Green and stuff, even though his books are kind of the same thing all the time. Let's see. I would say that's really it. I've actually gotten into like YA dystopian. I really like YA. I can't even lie. I'm hoping to get into some different genres soon though. But yeah. Next question. Why do you love reading? I always have loved reading. Ever since I knew how to read, I've been reading, which I might repeat over and over and over again in this video. But I just love being able to like get away from everything. This is such a stereotypical answer. I just love being able to like get away from everything and escape into a different world, and sometimes like you connect to people who are also in your fandom, and it's great. It's amazing how words can transport you into a different world like that, and that's why I also write, because it's just such a cool thing to me, and I don't know, I love it. That's why I love reading. Next question. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? My personality. I'm just kidding. I'm not that unique of a person. I think I read so many different things. I mean, like, obviously, I still read, like, a lot of people read the Mortal Instruments series, and a lot of people read John Green books, and, like, I just think that some of the books that I read, no one's heard of. Like, right now, I'm reading The Telling Pool, which I'm going to show you. Y'all stay there for 1 moment. I'm reading The Telling Pool right now by David Clement Davies. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I haven't seen this book on Booktube. You cannot get an audiobook for this on Overdrive. And when I talk about this, my dog just yawned. Like, I want to bring different books to the table. Like, I'm tired about hearing about the same 3 books from the most popular booktubers. It's a very, very annoying thing to me, and I hope that I can just bring more unique opinions to the table. and different books that people might not necessarily have heard of. Yeah. Let's see. Next question. Where do you read? I wrote this on like a really big piece of paper for just a little sentence. Everywhere. I don't read in the car. I used to be able to, but I get like sick, so I try not to anymore unless it's audiobook, which I still don't really do. I read at home, in my bed, on the couch, on the floor, in the kitchen sometimes. I read at my dad's house when nothing's going on. I read at my grandma's house a lot. I read at school. I read when I'm out at like cafes and stuff. Where else do I read? I read at dinners. I bring books everywhere. My mom and I joke that it's a security blanket, which isn't really that big of a joke because they kind of are, but always have a book on hand, and I will literally read anywhere. My favorite place to read is I like literally just sitting on the couch to read, or in bed like late at night. And sometimes when you go like to parks and stuff to read, that's really nice. But next question. When did you start reading? Like I said, I've been reading for as long as I remember, like maybe 3 or 4 at the latest. My hair, okay. Gonna stop messing with my hair now. Let me just put it back behind my ears. Anyways, my parents used to read to me, and my grandpa was really an avid reader, and I've just been reading for as long as I can remember. And it's funny because I've always been like really, really far ahead of my reading level, but I always wanted to read books that were below my reading level. I mean, I still kind of do. Like, I'd rather read a YA and get through it really quickly than read like a classic or even some like adult books. I'm just like slow read. I just like to get through things, I guess. So things that are easier for me to read, I tend to enjoy more. But to answer the question, sure, I've been reading for as long as I can remember. Just picked up 2 things. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Why do all of you live in Florida? Sorry, I think there's 2 booktubers I watch that live in Florida. That's just completely random. I want to know what editing software everyone uses, which I could probably like look up. I just don't edit. I literally like put this on my iPhone, put it on iMovie, and then directly upload it. I used to put music, but I just didn't really feel like it anymore. I also want to know, how did you build up an audience? How do you do book reviews, like thoroughly? Just like little questions like that. I think we have 3 questions left. 3 questions left. So let's get to the next one. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I honestly started this like just to share like my love of books. I was like, hey, maybe I can make some money if I get like big enough. But now like I just want to meet people. Like I want to have internet friends and booktube friends and just talk about books. I have already chatted briefly. Like I think we just kind of have watched each other's videos and comment. Bookflix' channel, which I will link down below if you want to go check her out. She's a sweetheart. Like, I don't know, I just think it's cool that, like, you can meet people through this platform, and I just want to talk about books, dude. So all I want to do is talk about books and not annoy people. I just got passionate. Alright, 2 more questions. Got a long one. What book or series got you into reading? Originally, probably R.L. Stein's, like, Fear Street books really made me read, but like I said, I've been reading forever, so nothing really got me into reading. But I would say reading as in depth as I do, like as much as I do, is probably Cassandra Clare's books. I picked up City of Bones at Marshall's because I thought the cover looked interesting, and I was not expecting it to be a good book, and I just got sucked in, and I absolutely loved it. So it could be accredited to either of them, and I also credit both of them to making me want to write too. So last question. Why did you start this channel? What a beautiful question to end on. Can I just say that? Like, I was just randomly picking things. I think I already kind of, like, addressed this, but I started it to just talk about books, and I thought if I got big enough, I could make some money. But I just really like to talk about books, and seeing what other people like to read and other people's opinions on my books, because I think books is really the one thing where I'm like, read whatever you want. I don't care. I might not like it, but if you like it, that's fine. We can have different opinions on things. Unlike music and movies where I'm like, how could you like that? The only book that I'm really like, how could you like that on, is 50 Shades, but we won't talk about that today. That's all the questions. If you guys actually want to ask me any questions, leave a comment below, and I'd be really happy to answer them. I would love to engage with an audience. I would absolutely love that. I'll leave all my socials below, too, in the description. I have Snapchat, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and Goodreads. I'm forgetting one. And yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is actually the day before I go back to school, senior year. So I will be doing my August reads for you. I'm sorry, that was disgusting. On that note, we will end the video. I hope y'all have a good day.